So in last session, like we just discuss how we are going to learn and these basic things I have discussed, like what is SAP, what are different types of ERP in the market, and SAP is also the ERP. So we have discussed about all these things, how we can do a login, all these basic steps we have seen in the last session. So if any one of you are facing any issue to log in, you can let me know. Okay. I will share you video tutorial video for that. And with the help of that video, you can like install and you can log in. So Virender and Gaurav or Mir, if any one of you are facing any issue in installation of SAP GUI or in login part, are you stuck in somewhere?
No,
No, we are
yesterday
fine. We are fine.
you guided me and I was able to log in successfully.
Mhm.
So everything is fine now.
Okay.
On my side also same thing.
Okay. Others, Ankit, Yatish, Gaurav, and for Mr. Mehta, I will help you. And for remaining, like Gaurav and Yatish and
Gaurav, I have installed.
sorry.
Sir, I have installed already.
Okay, you have installed. Okay. Is that Gaurav, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, Gaurav, just change your name. Okay, like it's by default it's coming, so just change your name. Okay.
Sir, Gaurav Singh.
No, no. Like in your Skype ID, it's showing default live CID like that user it's coming.
Okay, okay.
So just
Okay.
change that to Gaurav. Okay. Okay. So let us start. So how we are going to learn? So we are going to learn like we will do E2E implementation projects. So live E2E implementation project, how it's work, we will learn like that. So we will create an organization structure, everything in our SAP system, in our SAP sandbox, and we are going to learn like that. So before that, you guys just tell me, do you know the difference between end user and a consultant?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay,
And
anyone? Yeah, one by
take
one.
data in consultant is the one who is going to prepare it accordingly.
End user is who?
The one who is going to make data entries, daily regular entries.
Yeah, okay, good one. Anyone else? Anyone else? Like, what's the difference between end user and a consultant?
A consultant is the one who is going to guide. They are experts. Will guide, and end users are the one who are going to use the system.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
it.
good one, good one. Anyone else? Ankit, Virendra, what's the difference between end user and a consultant?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Okay.
Sir, this is Yatish.
Mm-hmm.
Like the end user only uh, using the SAP for daily entries and all those things, but
Mm-hmm.
consultant, I think he structured how to use and how much I set all the screens and options and all those things, sir.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So let me tell you with the one practical example so that you guys can relate. Okay, so yeah, all of you have answered correct, but let me answer that precisely so that you can answer that in interviews. So who is the end user? Who is a consultant? So end user is the one who is going to do repeated tasks, like repeated data entry tasks. That's the end user. And consultants are those who is responsible for all end-to-end configuration from backend. That's the as per the client's requirement, as per the business requirement consultant used to configure in SPR, right? So let me give you one example, practical example. Like you, all of you are using Google search engine, YouTube, and that LinkedIn or whatever platform like that Instagram, and all you guys have your IDs there. But you all, me, including me, we all are using these social platforms as an end user. We all have a profile on that. but we are just using that as an end user because we are not involved in their backend programming, their backend SEO, SMO, and nothing. We are not involved in a customization of anything. We are just using that end product to our day-to-day activities. Same like that in SAP, like end users are going to use that SAP ERP solution, ERP software for their day-to-day activities. Let's suppose someone is an end user in MM side. So, like we used to say that procurement engineer, procurement head, like that. So, his responsibility is just to create a PO, PR, request for quotation, and these things he have to do on a daily basis. Let's suppose he's creating purchase order, 100 purchase order in a day. He's creating purchase requisitions. He's creating, let's suppose, 50 RFQ every day. So that repeated task he is going to do every day. But consultants are not like that. Consultant will be responsible for all end-to-end like a configuration part, whatever screen like end user want to see. Or if they are stucking somewhere, then support consultant come into picture and they used to resolve those tickets. So that's the job of a consultant. So in for consultant also there are the three types of a projects. One is E2E implementation project, another one is a rollout project, and third one is a support project. So like in end-to-end implementation from very scratch, that consultants team used to go and configure everything from end to end as per the business requirement or as per the client requirement. I'm using these terminologies like client and business requirements. So let me tell you who is client and what's the meaning of all these things so that you are not going to be confused with all these terminologies. So let's suppose there is a company like Mehta, Mr. Mehta is having a company, and this is like a automobile company. And earlier he was just using in his company Oracle as a ERP solution. But right now he just want to do the implementation of SAP in his organization. So he will just go to some big players. Maybe if he have a budget, he will go to the big players, big four, or he can go to the small IT companies also. So let's suppose he just go to Infosys, to Birlasoft, to TCS, to Cognizant, Accenture, just for a quotation, like please give me a quotation how much you are going to charge for our SAP implementation, because from a very scratch we are going to implement. Earlier we were using Oracle or some any ERP, but right now we just want to go with the SAP implementation. So in that case, let's suppose that Mr. Mehta Private Limited selected a company Infosys for their like after getting the quotation is just a price, like how much they are going to charge for their E2E implementation project. So Mr. Mehta just selected Infosys, let's suppose. So Infosys will make a team, software team, who will be responsible for E2E implementation for Mr. Mehta Private Limited. But for that team, let's suppose 30 or 40 consultants team are there. For that consultants, let's suppose me and Gaurav and Yatish and Ankit all are working in Infosys. Let's suppose I'm a SAP MM consultant and Ankit is SAP MM senior consultant. Let's suppose Yatish is the manager there. Birendra is like a delivery manager there. Let's suppose for that project, for that Mr. Mehta Private Limited E2E implementation project. So for all of us, Mr. Mehta will be client because we are going to do the implementation for Mr. Mehta Private Limited. So for me, for Ankit, for Virendra, for Yatish, for every one of us, Mr. Mehta will be client. Let's suppose in Infosys, Mr. Asad is also working, but he is not working on this project on Mr. Like on Mehta Private Limited. He's not working on that. Let's suppose he's working to some another XYZ product, XYZ project. So in that case, for me, the client will be XYZ. Both of all of us are working in Infosys. Let's suppose Mir is also working in Infosys, Virendra is also working in Infosys, Ankit and me also working in Infosys. But for us, like for me, Ankit and Virendra, client is Mehta. But for me, Client is XYZ. So, guys, is that clear? Who is the client and who is the consultant? Is that clear? Yes or no? Say yes or no.
Yes,
Yes,
clear.
sure. Yes.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
that's the consultant and sorry, that's the client. And end user and consultant is like end user is just doing their day-to-day repeated tasks, but consultants are like doing customization if they are just doing E2E implementation. A support project is also there, rollout project is also there. I'm going to discuss that also. But here, do you have some basic idea who is end user and who is the consultant? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's discuss about the hierarchy. Like, if you just join a company, like which designation you will have, and after the promotion, which designations you will have. So you must have some rough idea about all these things because you are going to work on these things. So as you will just join in a company as a fresher, you will become SAP trainee. After some 1 or 2 year, you will be promoted as associate consultant. Then you will promoted after like 8 or 10 year, you will be promoted as a senior consultant, then module lead, then project lead, and then main manager. So these are the hierarchy there, right? And modules. So what are modules? Like if you are very beginner in that, you must not have idea about the modules. So modules are like for there's a module like material management. For financial side, there is a module FICO, FICO. There are two modules are there. Like one is finance, another one is controlling. So, like in some companies, they are using as a FICO. In some companies, there are different consultants are there. One is for finance, one is for controlling. Okay, like that for HCM, capital management. For SD, sales and distribution, there will be a different consultant. So these are the modules like SD, FICO, PP, production planning, plant maintenance, PM. Okay, so these all are the modules, right? And these all are functional modules. Whatever names I have mentioned, material management, SD, sales and distribution, PP, production planning, and HCM, human capital management, PP, production planning, PM, plant maintenance. All these modules are functional modules. And technical modules are ABAP. In ABAP, there is a coding, backend programming. So that's a ABAP module. That's a technical, right? And basis is also there, like that installation part and server part is taken care by basis consultant, right? So these are like modules, core modules in SAP. Otherwise, there are more than 100 plus modules in SAP, but I'm just talking about the core modules here, right? Now, types of project. So you must be aware about the types of projects also, like what are the different types of project in SAP? Like you once you become a consultant, so what are the different types of a project? So one is E2E implementation. We all used to say that end to end or E2E. E2E implementation. E2E implementation project. So what's that? So let's suppose I just took an example of that Mehta Private Limited. Let me give again this example. Let me give that example again. Let's suppose Mehta Private Limited earlier was using some local ERP or any ERP. Let's suppose Oracle they were using. Right now they just want to implement SAP, and they don't want to use that Oracle or BAN or whatever ERP solution they are using right now. So they are just want to implement SAP in their company. So in that case, that Mehta Private Limited will go to the companies, as I told you, for the quotation, like how much they are going to charge and how much time they are going to take, and what are the like support they are going to provide. They will go to the different companies. Let's suppose with the Infosys, with TCS, with Accenture, whatever companies are there, they just go and they just ask for quotation. Quotation is just like asking for a price. Officially, we just use this term quotation. So they will ask for a quotation. And let's suppose Infosys just gave a quotation of 80 crore. Just wait. Yeah. Let's suppose they just went to this like Wipro, Yes Private Limited, Accenture, Infosys, and Wipro just gave the 80 CR quotation. Infosys just let's suppose give that 100 CR, and they are going to complete in 16 months, let's suppose, or 18 months. They are going to complete in 18 months. That project they are going to complete in 18 months, and after that they will also provide a 6 month support. Okay. Guys, please mute yourself. If you are going to ask, I will give you the time to ask your questions. Okay. So 6 month support is also there. Okay, let's suppose Infosys is providing in that, and let's suppose that Mehta Private Limited just selected Infosys for their E2E implementation, right? So, like Infosys now will going to make a team, software team, in which it depend on the size of a project. Let's suppose a project is a big, like let's suppose that the Mehta Private Limited have so many plants and so many storage location, so many shipping points they have. So, for completing the project on a time, the big team is required. If it's a like a small organization or a small enterprise structure is there, then a small team is required. So that team we used to say software team. Okay, so there will be a associate consultant, there will be senior consultant in this project, there will be lead consultant, there will be a project lead will be there, senior manager, delivery manager will be there. So all will be there. Let's suppose 10 associate consultants are there, 5 senior consultants are there. It depends. It's not going to be the specific number, whatever I'm saying. It can be anything. It depends on the size of the project. Then they are going to do like let's suppose for next 18 months, they will do complete E2E implementation for that. So they are going to take the requirement. They means Infosys team. So Infosys software team will take all the requirement from the client. Who is the client here? Client is Mehta Private Limited, right? So, like they are going to ask the requirement, their business requirement, their business operations, they will see, and as per that, they have to configure. Okay, in SAP environment, they have to configure each and everything. So that Infosys will collect the information. That's a blueprint preparation phase. So they are going to collect all these details from the Infosys team will collect all the details from the client Mehta Private Limited. So from Mehta Private Limited's core team. So what's the core team? Core team is just like in every organization, there is a core team like manager position and senior manager position in each and every department. They are considered as a core team. So in Mehta Private Limited's core team and that software team from that Infosys, they will have a series of meetings, and they will collect, Infosys will collect all the business requirement, business details, their business operations, whatever is required, whatever they want to configure, how many plants, how many storage location, how many company codes they have. They will collect all these information and they will map that in SAP. That Infosys team will map that in SAP environment, all these requirements. Okay, so that's a E2E implementation. Like from very scratch, they will prepare a templates. From very scratch, they will create a master data, like vendor master data, material master data, purchase info record, everything they will create from very scratch. So that's a E2E implementation project. Whatever ERP earlier they were using, let's suppose Oracle, Meta Private Limited was using, they will just migrate the data, mandatory data from there, and they are going to migrate that in SAP. So all is completed in that E2E implementation project. So that's the end-to-end implementation. Then what's a support project? So once that E2E implementation is done, now like Mehta Private Limited have a SAP, they have implemented SAP. Now they are going to use SAP for their day-to-day activities. Their employees are going to use for their day-to-day activities. Let's suppose they just want to create a purchase order. They just want to create a sales order. They will use SAP for their day-to-day activities, and after that they just a end user, so they will definitely stuck, they will have a problem, they will have a issues. Then who is going to support that? Because end users don't have much knowledge. Earlier they were using Oracle for their day-to-day activities, now they are going to use a SAP for their day-to-day activities. They don't have a much configurational or all these knowledge. They just know how to create a PO. That's also the training also done by the consultants. They will provide a training for them, like 4 week training or 1 month training, and they are good to go. Okay, but they must need someone who can support them. Okay, so companies have to go for a support project after implementation. So in support project also a team is there. Let's suppose for a support that Mehta Private Limited just go for with a TCS. So TCS will now prepare a team like this, like this, like technical consultant will be there, functional consultant will be there, there will be associate consultant, there will be senior consultant, there will be module lead, there will be project lead, all will be there in the team, right? So support in support project also these consultant will be there, but their task will be to resolve all the issues, all the errors. And in the real time we used to say that errors and issues as a tickets. So these consultant are going to resolve the tickets. Like if end users are going to stuck somewhere, in that support project, these, like let's suppose TCS is doing the support project for Mehta Private Limited. So that software team from the TCS, they are going to do all, they are going to resolve all these tickets. And like this, either that lead consultant or a project manager used to decide, like this is related ticket, this is as sales and distribution related ticket, this is FICO related ticket. Module wise they just decide and they just provide the tickets to the consultant, and they used to resolve those tickets. So that's a support project. And what is a rollout project? Until now, is that clear or not? E2 implementation and support, is that clear or not? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone, until now it's clear now. Are you at the same pace? Yes or no?
No, there is a one just a quick question
Yeah.
for the types of consultant.
Uh-huh.
What I understand during the timing, there will be a functional consultant or there will be a technical consultant, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
technical just I want to be clear on these things. There will
Mm-hmm.
be a technical consultant and there will be a functional consultant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can
So
you describe a technical consultant or a functional
yeah,
consultant?
technical consultant is just like ABAP developer who is
Okay,
doing
who
the
can develop the
programming.
software?
And okay, functional is like MMSD, FICO, PM, QM, PP. All these consultant are considered as a functional consultant. Okay.
Okay, what I understood that. So it means what we are learning in the functional consultant as a
Yeah,
this
we are
training, right?
MM is a functional. Yeah, MM is a
Okay,
functional module. So we are
okay,
going
perfect.
to learn MM, and ECC we used to say MM. Otherwise, in S4 HANA we used to say sourcing and procurement.
Okay,
Okay, both
perfect.
are same. Don't confuse in that. So
Okay,
like mostly public also right now they are just saying MM consultant. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Now what is rollout project? So anyone have any idea what is a rollout project? Any wild guess?
No idea.
It has,
Mehat?
that means the BRDs have been completed and it is there. Now the end user will start entering the data and all that regular activity will start. That is probably the rollout.
No. Anyone else? Ankit,
I think
Virendra, any wild guess?
it's about implementation. So like,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
as
No
also
idea.
implementation. It's correct, but can you elaborate more specifically?
Sir, this is Yatish.
Yeah, Yatesh, yeah, please
Rollout
come again.
means only in configuration some access are there. Just the rollout team can only access that same some changing and all those things. I think, in my view, I think this is
Okay, partially correct, but not completely correct. Anyone else?
Sir, just you say for as a like a background job, like you have to do it monitoring something.
No, 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 no. Anyone else?
so
Rollout in general, sir, like any project which doesn't get completed in that particular time, or it gets, I mean, it gets care, I mean, moved to different project maybe or something. I don't have actual idea, sir.
Okay, okay.
so basically like you implement a project in phases. I
Mhm.
think that's only I can tell.
Uh,
Instead of instead of implementing all the project at once, you do it in on phases.
Partially can say correct, but 100% it's also not correct. Let me tell you with a practical example. Let's suppose I just took that example of Mehta Private Limited. So they have a plant in India also. They also have a plant in Europe. Okay, let's suppose in Germany, let's suppose. So, like they also have a plant in India and also have a plant in Europe, and same business they are doing, same everything like automobile manufacturing they are doing in India also in Europe also they are doing. But in India, they just completed E2E implementation project with the help of Infosys. But right now, they just want to do SAP implementation in their like Europe's plant also. So in that case, that same business is there, everything is same. If Meta Private Limited is going to select that same software company, here I'm just talking about Infosys. If they are going to select same Infosys, then for Infosys, this project will be a rollout project because they have already completed E2 implementation project for their subsidiaries like that's in India. They have completed that E2E implementation project. Now Infosys need not to prepare a blueprint and all these like whatever templates is required for master data and all these things. They need not to prepare. They already prepared a template for that. Now they are going to utilize these same templates for the Euro plants, and like almost their most of the work is done. So for Infosys, they need not to prepare everything they can do, and then they can just use the same templates. They can just copy and paste there. They just change some things like tags and all these stuffs. They just change. Otherwise, most of the master data and most of the things will be same. So in that case, for Infosys, this project will be rollout project. But let's suppose this is not done by Infosys. For India's plant, it's done by Infosys, but for Europe's plant, Mehta Private Limited as a client is decided they are not going to go with the same Infosys. This time they will just go with Accenture. So for Accenture, this will be again a implementation because they have to do everything from very scratch. Okay, so from Accenture's point of view, this will be a E2E implementation again. But the same project, if Infosys will do, for Infosys, this will be a rollout project. Is that clear or not?
Okay, it means this rollout means the second copy of the existing one.
You can say like that. Okay, like for that existing company or existing plant, we are just doing in another company, another country,
Yeah,
or
but has to be
maybe
the same company. If a new company comes in, then it is again E2E for them.
yeah, then it will be. Okay,
Okay, okay,
same
fine.
company, like I just took the example of a Mehta Private Limited, same. Yeah, Mehta, you can ask what you're asking.
I have just one quick question. So for the rollout project, would the project value would drop down?
No,
Uh,
like it
because
depends na how communication is going to happen and what's the terms are there. So it's totally depend. But yeah, like efforts is going to decrease na. So prices also can decrease. Okay, it's totally depend. Okay, it's also totally depend on business to business. But yeah, for rollout, definitely like price can be quotation prices can be decreased. Okay, and it's
thank
also depend. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Is that clear? Or if you have any doubt, you guys can ask. Otherwise, we will proceed further.
Yes, the clear.
Okay, so we will proceed further. Okay. Now, so these are types of project as you're going to train for a consultant role. So you must be aware about all these things. So if you don't have any question, then we can proceed further. Now, what we are going to do? We will prepare a KDS file for each and every class. So what's a KDS? KDS is a key data structure. So you just need to prepare a KDS file for you. So as I mentioned in last class also, you guys have to do assignment every day. If I am going to teach you here for 1 hour, you have the responsibility to at least do a practice or at least spend a time on SAP for at least 3 to 4 hours. It's your duty how you can manage. I know mostly of you are working, but you have to do that. Otherwise, what will happen? Whatever I am teaching right now, you are okay with each and every concept. But after some time, like courses will be delivered for 3 months. Okay, so whatever I'm going to teach you in second month, most probably you will forgot the things whatever we have learned in first month. So what's the solution for that? Practice, practice, practice. Okay, SAP is all about practice. If the concept and business requirement, everything is clear to you, then it's all about practice. Okay. So that's a KDS file, key data structure file that you need to prepare everything, each and every data you are going to prepare. In real time also be used to prepare that KDS file, like details of the company, like client, company code, plant, storage location, all be used to maintain in that. So that's a key data structure. So master data, vendor master data, metal master data, everything you will just maintain in this KDS file. Okay, you need to prepare that. Okay, and I will also send the template. With the help of that, you can also do that. Okay, and all the notes, everything I will send to this same group. Okay, notes, everything I will send to the same group. Otherwise, what happen, like videos are there in, like recording videos are there, lectures are there, and if I will send to the WhatsApp, then like you have to go to different platforms. So better, like I will send everything, each and every notes and everything here only. So you can download all the notes, each and every assignments, your student dharmas, like whatever assignments I will give after every class, you need to send here itself in Skype. I will check each and every assignments. And if you will not do, I will ask a reason, like what's the reason, and you must have a genuine reason for that. Okay. So this is a KDS file that you need to prepare. Now, so let me send the first class notes also. Just wait, whatever we have learned in first class. Yeah. So now, what's your assignment? What you need to do after today's class? Yeah. Now the enterprise structure. So what's an enterprise structure? Enterprise structure or organization structure, both are same. So don't confuse in that, right? So let's suppose Infosys, like that Mehta Private Limited just selected Infosys for their E2E implementation project. So Infosys will collect all the information about the enterprise structure of a company, like how many company code they have, how many plants they have, how many storage location they have, how many shipping points they have. All the details that Infosys software team will collect. Okay, that's the phase is a blueprint preparation phase also. So they are going to like ask all these details, like what's the name of your company? Let's suppose Mehta Private Limited. How many manufacturing plants they have? Let's suppose two manufacturing plants Mehta Private Limited have, one in Visakhapatnam, one in Odisha. You can take any province here. How many financial maintenance they have? So what is a financial maintenance? So financial maintenance is nothing but a company code. How many company code they have? So company code is same as a balance sheet. Like companies used to maintain all profit, loss, revenue, each and everything, like quarter wise, year wise. So that all is used to be maintained in a balance sheet. So that's a balance sheet. And balance sheet, company code, financial maintenance, all are same. So don't confuse in that also. Like if some client have three company code, so definitely three balance sheet will be there. Let me give you one practical example. Just talk about that Tata and Sons. So Tata and Sons have so many company codes under that. Tata and Sons is a client. Under that, there are so many companies are there. Let's suppose for Viewrage, there is a Tata T. Okay. For software, there is a TCS. For automobiles, there is a Tata Motors. So each and every company is registered in a different company code. It's not like all are under a Tata Motors. No. For beverage company, there is a Tata T. For like automobile, there is a Tata Motors. For that like for that clothing brand, there is a Zudio. So like that, different company codes are there, and their profit loss and everything is maintained in their balance sheet. So if I just say three company code is there, that simply means three balance sheets are there. If four company codes are there, four balance sheets will be there. As I just took an example of that Tata instance, and I just taking like a Tata Motors one company code, TCS for software company, another company code, that for beverage Tata Tea, and for clothing it's like a Zudio. So I just took a four. Let's suppose I just took a four company code. So four balance sheet will be there. Four different balance sheet will be there. If only one company code will be there, then only one balance sheet will be there, right? So all these details that a software team will take from core team from Meta Private Limited, like how many storage location you have. Let's suppose four storage location in this plant and four storage location in this another plant. So all these details they will take. How we are going to learn? Like we are going to learn like we are doing E2E implementation project, right? Like first we are going to create an organization structure. First we are going to prepare a KDS file, blueprint preparation is there. Then we are going to design that. Then we are going to map that in SAP. So step by step we will proceed. Okay. So first, like you need to take a requirement of these, like how many purchasing team. So what is a purchasing team or purchase organization? Purchase organization is just a procurement teams who is responsible for the procurement. Let's suppose we're procuring a raw material, there is a different procurement team or purchasing team. For purchasing a finished product, there is a different procurement team or purchasing team. So this is a purchase organization. So let's suppose one team is for this plant and one team is for this plant. Okay, let's just take another example. Name of a company is a Hindustan Private Petroleum Corporation Limited. How many manufacturing plants they have? One plant in Visakhapatnam, one plant in Mumbai. How many financial maintenance? One balance sheet and one company code. Why? Because only one company code is there, so there will be only one balance sheet, right? How many storage location? Like let's suppose four storage location. They are saying client is saying to the software team like four storage location to Vishaka plant, four storage location is in Mumbai plant, and these are the purchasing team or purchase organization. One is in Visakha, one is for this plant, one is for this plant, and one is for both. Like a centralized purchase organization. That means for both. Okay. Let's suppose a third different company like Honda Motors Limited. How many manufacturing plants? Like one in Delhi, one in Nagpur. So you just tell me this. Let's suppose Honda Motors Limited is a company. They have like a plant in India also and Germany also. So how many balance sheets will be there? Can anyone answer that? How many balance sheets will be there?
Honda will have one balance sheet if it's the same company.
But it's in a two different countries.
In two different countries can be one also, but usually there are two different SIAs, so there are two different balance sheets.
Anyone else?
Two different balance sheet because currency is different.
Exactly. Tax code, everything is different. Tax they have to provide, they have to like give all these details to the government also, na? So how they can register in a single company code? They can't do. It's illegal. So they have to register a two different company codes. You will never see like a single company code to two different countries. Okay, it's illegal, so it can't be done because tax is everything they have to pay, na? So like if yeah, if it's in two different countries, then two different balance sheet will be there. So two balance sheet will be there. Perfect. Storage of a material, let's suppose four storage for each plant. Okay, purchasing teams like one procurement team is there. So what you guys need to do, you need to create this in Word file for at least five enterprise structures, like five companies. Just you can research from Google also, and you can also take by your own. You can take any your name itself, like Mehta Private Limited, like that, and you can just maintain like how many plants it have, like one is this province, one is this province, two plants is there, how many valence seat it will have. So this is your assignment that you need to made this. Okay, you need to prepare that word file for five organization structures.
We need to prepare a company organization structure of our own names and show it to you. Okay.
Yeah, you can create with name also, and if you just want to research on Google, you can also research from Google. Let's suppose any company just take and how many plants they have, you can take like that also. But for at least two or three companies, just take it like very simple. Like there must not be like 10 plants. So don't go with that complicated case initially. Just go with very
Okay.
simple case initially, like two, three
Okay.
plants and two, four, three, four storage location like that. Okay.
Okay.
But create for
Okay.
five enterprise structures. That same we will implement in our ICP system. Okay.
Five enterprise means you want five company details.
Exactly. In Word file.
Okay.
Okay. In
Okay.
single Word
Fine.
file, you can maintain and you can send in that Skype. And that same we are going to use for our E2E implementation. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And one more thing, what you guys need to do. Here I have mentioned what is client, what is company code. Company code is just for financial activities. Client or a company is a name of a company. Storage location is to store the material. Plants is it can be manufacturing plant, It can also be a warehouse. Purchasing organization is a procurement teams. So what's a client? It is a highest organization element and it form a corporate group. Client is just like a Tata Instance, Reliance Industries, Honda. So under Honda, there are so many company codes. Like if you go with the country wise also. So Honda is a client. Tata Instance is a client. Reliance is a client. Under that, company codes are there. So this is used to maintain financial activities of a company. What's a plant? It may be a production facility. It can be a manufacturing unit, or it can also be a warehouse. Storage location. These the names for storage spaces. Purchase organization. This will look after the procurement activities. As I told you, these are the procurement or purchasing teams. These are purchase organization. So don't confuse with these terminologies. Purchasing organization is just be used for the team who is responsible for all the procurement activities. Right. So you need to map all the client requirement in Word file for at least 5 enterprise structures. Then another task is first you need to take the details of the client like that. Second is you just make a client company code and plant. Let me show you this screen. Just wait a while.
Do we have any sample for this
Yeah,
uploaded
just
in
wait.
the group?
For what?
We have any sample document for this so that we can take reference from that also?
That notes I will share, no?
Okay,
This
okay, okay,
notes
fine.
I will share. Just wait. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So this is a design, like we have designed that. So here you can see this is a client. This you can see is a client. Okay, this is a client. Under that, this is a company code. Only one company code is there for this client. And these are the plants. This, and this. Okay, I will explain that in details tomorrow. But here I'm only showing what is there. So this is storage locations. Under this plant, 4 storage location. Under this plant, 4 storage location. Under this plant, 4 storage location. Okay, the point is client can be maximum 6 alphanumeric. Alpha means alphabet and means numeric. So that client can be up to maximum 6 alphanumeric. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is 6 alphabet. Okay, client can be maximum 6 alphanumeric. That means it can only be a numeric. It can only be a alphabet. Here you can see it's only alphabet. You can also take only numeric like 1 and 5 times 0. You can take like that. You can take a combination of alpha and numeric like BH001. You can take like this also. So it can be maximum 6 alphanumeric. Maximum means it can be a single digit also. It can be 2, 3 like this. It can be maximum 6 alphanumeric. So right, so it can be maximum 6 alphanumeric. This company code and all other data can be maximum 4 alphanumeric. Here you can see it's alphabet only. Here you can see it's a combination of both alphabet and numeric. Here it's a combination of alphabet and numeric. Just wait a while. Just wait a while. Call is coming. Just wait. Okay, it's okay. So the point is like all other can be maximum 4 alphanumeric, but client is a 6 alphanumeric. You can see here it's only alphabet. Here is the combination of alphabet and numeric, but it's a 4. Here it's also combination of alphabet and numeric. So you can take anything. If you want to take only alphabet, you can take only alphabet. You want to take a combination of alphabet and numeric, that also you can take. But limit for this all is maximum 4 character, and for client it can be maximum 6, right? So what you need to do, I will explain all this in next session. What you need to do as assignment, first you need to take a requirements in Word file, then in same Word file also mention like client is like, let's suppose this. So it can be maximum 6 alphanumeric, you can take anything. Company code, it can be maximum 4 alphanumeric. The reason we can't take in SAP like this much big character, like Kesaria Private Limited. In description we can take, but in code we can't take. In client code we can take maximum 6 alphanumeric. In company code we can take maximum 4 alphanumeric. In plant we can take maximum 4 alphanumeric. In storage location we can take maximum 4 alphanumeric. So first you need to gather the details like that, one in this province, one in this state. After that, you need to map as per the SAP. So you just map like that. Okay, for 5 enterprise structure. That I will explain in tomorrow's session because it's a very important. You can expect a one question in interview also in global certification also. Every year, one question used to come in this. Okay, like types of purchase organization. That I will explain in tomorrow's session, in tomorrow's class. So what you need to do as assignment, you need to prepare for at least 5. You can prepare for more than 5 enterprise structure if you have time, but at least go with a 5. And you need to send that Word file in that Skype group. And for the reference, you can take the reference of my notes also. I will share that this right now, right away. Just wait. Okay. So you can also take the reference from this and just prepare and just send your assignments. Okay, this is mandatory assignments you have to do. Okay, so after I will check that personally after every class. What you need to do, just go through the recording once, then you can go with the notes and just do your assignment on daily basis. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask. Yatish, Ashad, Mehta, Ankit, Viren, anyone, if you have any question, Gaurav, if you have any question, you guys can ask.
So far, whatever you have explained, it's quite sufficient. We will prepare the document and then you can see.
Yeah, sure, perfect. And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Others, if you guys have any question, you guys can ask. Otherwise, we will wrap up.
Until now is okay, but let's see after the assignment what will becomes tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay. So we will wrap up now. Okay. And to Mr. Mehta, I will share you the credentials, server credentials. And you can see last class also, only first class was there on Monday. So just check if you can see the recordings or not for the first class. If it's not, like anyone, I will tell to Ankit or Yatish, they will share to you. Okay. So just check you can access or not, like first class. And like if you guys are coming in the class or not, sometimes like you are working, I
All right.
know. Yeah, so you guys are working. If you are not able to come in the class, it's okay. You can go with the recording. You can ask your doubts in next session. It's totally fine. but assignments you have to save. Okay.
Sure, sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe you guys can feel
Noted.
like a children. I'm saying again and again you have to do assignment. But believe me, guys, after the completion of the session, you will personally say thank you to me because with the practice only, it will looks like so easy. SAP will looks like so easy. But if you will not do a
No, no,
practice,
it's
yeah,
true. It's true. The paperwork is very
Personally,
important, especially
yeah,
when
personally,
you're a
I
consultant.
feel
Paperwork is very important. I understand that.
okay.
personally I feel that I was working on this end-to-end program, and
Hmm.
this is the thing. So what I have faced a lot of challenges in these areas.
Yeah, exactly. So if you prepare a documents and you will do all the assignments, that will help you and you will feel like SAP is too easy. But if you will not do a practice, around somewhere you will feel like why I'm here, why I'm joining the class. I'm not getting anything. So I don't want
Exactly.
this. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah. So that's the reason only I'm saying I'm insisting that much like you have to do assignments. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's all about today's session. So